6 years from now, I can guarantee you will have wished you would have made a specific financial move, something that I want to talk about in this video. And in the thumbnail, I used this image. This is a picture of a diagram of nodes. And there's a lot of locks between the nodes. Some dots are nodes that do not have locks, some have them. And what I want to talk about today is less financial advice. I don't give financial advice, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I haven't been deemed, no matter what my net worth, my life skills, my past experiences, how many businesses I've run, what I'm worth, right? None of that matters in this world, right? You have to get a government certificate because the banks set it up that way. So I can't give you financial advice, right? Type 1 if you hate that system, right? It just, banks run the finances of this world, right? But what I want to talk to you about, and I believe this is very serious. Type yes if you wish you would have bought Bitcoin when it was a penny. I know it's the stupidest question ever, but I've got to ask you this. And the reason why is because you've got to say it out loud. I wish I would have bought Bitcoin when it was a penny, because a lot of us actually heard the term Bitcoin when it was a penny. We actually heard it. Somebody said it. It was on a newspaper. It was on a website that we browse by. It was on a TV channel or something like that. We heard the word Bitcoin, and yet we didn't buy it. My first Bitcoin was at 500. As a matter of fact, how much was Bitcoin? Just type it down below the first time you bought crypto. And if you didn't buy crypto, put no crypto. And this is a very important message for people that own cryptocurrency, and especially for those that don't, okay? Because I'm going to tell you about how to be part of something that governments don't want you to be a part of, all right? The fact is, governments did not want you to be a part of Bitcoin until it just got so big and out of control that they had to join, right? It's the whole, with decentralization, it's the whole, if you can't beat them, join them. And what the government's doing right now, they actually have a plan to control all the Bitcoin, and you don't really realize that. And they're going to use your own money, your taxpayer dollars, and your pension money to buy up all the Bitcoin and then control it. Well, there's something that I brought out the other day, and I'm going to put a link, a flash sale to it, because this has to be behind a paywall, because I have to teach you, and there are a couple other gentlemen that are going to teach you how to run a node, how to be a part of the most decentralized, in my opinion, the most decentralized blockchain on earth. And governments don't want you to know about it. Even wallet systems like Trezor don't want you to know about it. And the next 4 years are going to be very important. So I built an entire course that, quite frankly, if you guys have it and you think it's a great deal, can you let people know down below? Because I want to teach you how to not only run your own blockchain, download it onto your computer, but to be able to touch a blockchain, to be a part of something that 99% of cryptocurrency users do not understand or know how to do. And I believe when times get very tough in the future, and this isn't like a financial thing, go and buy a bunch of this cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, I want to say the total opposite. And my students have been amazing and not bidding the price up because we want to keep this low right now. The price of this crypto is what we launched the course at, which is killer. We don't want the price. So you just buy 20 bucks worth. You only buy 50 or maybe $100 worth, but you put it on the wallet. And the point of the whole course is to teach you how to run a node that is locked. And if you want to send information to someone else, one of these days, you're going to be able to send it directly to a wallet address that the only person that can open that data or receive those funds are the ones that have their cryptographic keys, their private keys to that wallet. This is extremely powerful. There are people sending money right now through phone apps using your phone number. That is not decentralized. That is not secure. And because this infrastructure is so decentralized, there's no money involved. There's no CEO, no company running it. This was an amazing American patriot that put this together a long time ago. So much so that government has tried to intervene. And I think that one day there's going to be a day where you can't buy or sell unless you have the digital currencies these governments put out. And there's going to be another way to transact and communicate. So the link's down below. Now, there's something else that's amazing about this project. First off, if if we get 10 times more nodes up, and just in the last week, we've seen 2,000 nodes go live from students. And I'm getting incredible reviews of how well this is. And this is a very inexpensive course. For less than $200, you can have the course, the knowledge, the node running, and approximately $150 worth of, or 149 bucks worth of whatever the price is, worth of this currency sitting in a wallet, sitting there, waiting for the future. You know, a lot of us at the beginning of this video said, we wish we would have bought Bitcoin at a penny. Well, can you imagine being part of something that's so decentralized that all of a sudden around the world, people figure it out? And my goal is millions of people to figure this out and purchase it and run a node and make the most decentralized. I mean, 10 more times what we've already got in nodes. We're going to have more nodes than Bitcoin. And Bitcoin only has one mining algorithm, SHA-256. We've got way more than that. Not only will we be more decentralized if my plan works, and you being anywhere in the world can do this, learn this, run this, can be a part of something that is so decentralized and so big. And I'm going to put my link to X down below, because when you follow me on X and you start to see some of these tweets or these posts, you're going to see that this community around the world are amazing people that understand that decentralization, we have to take back the infrastructure of the world. The money changers have been controlling the world and bringing us to war and killing our children. They have been causing strife and division in our families. And they have been doing this through money, because as they control the money, they spend money on ads to destroy us, to hurt us, to cause us to have almost a delusion going on. Type yes if you agree with that. If you agree that the money changers have been the ones that have brought everything that's bad into this world. And what we need to do is take back the money. You know, when I started this channel, I started it with the premise of making 1 million people a millionaire. And the reason why is because I knew that if good-hearted people would come alongside me and understand that this life is more than just owning stuff, and it's about leaving this world better than we came into it and helping other people, right? Well, so if I could help 1 million good-hearted people, they're only going to be even better when they have $1 million in their pocket and they can go and help people, right? We need to bring the wealth back from the bad people to the good people. If 2016 till now has taught you anything, it is how evil the system is. The system of money that bought the media, that is pushing propaganda and destroying lives. And we need to take this back. Now, I can't tell you that this cryptocurrency, which is not, it's more of a messaging and an information system blockchain than currency. All right. I really want you to think more bigger than this. I can't tell you that this is going to go up in value. I don't know. I will tell you that if there are more buyers than sellers, it will, right? But there's no promises here. That's why this is an experiment. Like I said before, let me ask it one more time, and I want to be quiet for a second, and I want to ask you a second question that I think is really going to get you to think. So please answer this. What if instead of buying Bitcoin at a penny, you missed it and you bought it at $100? After hearing about it over and over again, you bought it $100 and you started running a node and you started to learn about blockchain technology, true blockchain technology. Type 2 if you wish you would have done that. Just bought Bitcoin at $100. I would be typing 2 right now, because I know what has happened with my net worth. But not only my net worth, when I bought my first Bitcoin at $500, what has happened with my mind? My mind has been so much more open since I bought my first Bitcoin and I learned about this technology and why it's a serious threat to banks. Now, in a second, I want to ask you number 2. A lot of us believe in a system called the mark of the beast, that in the end days, if you believe in God, you read the Bible, you believe what it says in the book of Revelations, right? That no one will be able to buy or sell without a mark. Now, is there any getting out of that? It says in the Bible there isn't. You're going to have to either deny the mark or you're going to have to accept it. If you deny it, there's going to be serious consequences. And one of the consequences, you just can't participate in the system. So you'd have to be a true prepper, live on a farm, not have to rely on anything, right? And just stay out of the system. There's ways of prolonging things, and nothing happens overnight. But I will tell you this, as that mark of the beast, matter of fact, just type 10 if you agree, if you believe in that. Like, I believe that there's a day where central banks and governments are going to combine and build a system to where you are completely on their, like, you are dependent on them. All right. And it's going to have this mark of the beast. So type 10 if you agree with that. Right. So lots of people are agreeing. Okay. That's going to take a while to implement, and it's going to get harder and harder and harder. And so what we can do is we can actually push back and extend timelines. I don't know if people understand or agree with that. There are defeatists in this world that say, no, the rich and powerful are always going to rule. Do you realize that, like, America fought back against a 2% T-tax? They revolted. There was a lot of spit and fire in the men and women that were in our country around the time of the Boston Tea Party. And what we've done over time is we've allowed bankers to come in, and bankers did this. Okay? They bought the politicians, they bribed them with money, they blackmailed them with women, they did all kinds of things. The bankers did this. This is why Jesus went outside of the temple when he saw the bankers. The money changers, they're called in the Bible. Please understand what it's called. They changed money from God's money, gold and silver, to a fiat currency on a piece of papyrus. Type 11 if you understand this and it pisses you off like me. Slowly they infiltrated our nations all around the world, and they started to add income tax, car tax, luxury tax. You're getting taxed to death, and they're using your money to run child slavery and all this other stuff. If this doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will. Now, we've got a chance. We've got a chance to move outside of this system and go completely decentralized. But this thing is so decentralized. And when I started this channel, I started telling people about it. And I'm saying, this is amazing. This is the way to go. As you can't, we're at the dawn of the computer age. Okay, there's no going back. There's no going back. We're not going back to sticks and fire and caveman stuff. So you adapt with it. This is amazing, but there's no central figurehead. There's no company. It's just people around the world running nodes and transacting with this currency. And you could swap for other currencies. There's all kinds of things to it. But this is the time. This next 4 years, when all these regulations are opening, trust me, the second Trump's gone, they're going to figure out a way to get back into control. This spiritual mindset of evil. So we got an opportunity right now. So if you want to learn how to be a part of an extremely small market cap blockchain that is so decentralized, it has 4 times more ways to mine it than Bitcoin. And I believe, honestly, with your power, and type 12 if you're running a node, and if you're willing to run a node and uphold this system, this worldwide system of human beings that believe in decentralization over centralization. Type 12 if you're willing to do this and learn about this. We put together a course, and 100% of the funds are going to go to developing this more. I can't make any promises, or we're going to invest more in the coin and lock it up, because I'm telling you right now, this is a proof of work cryptocurrency. The last block will be mined sometime in, let's say, 10 to 15 years from now. This is one of the longest UXTO blockchains on earth. This is an amazing opportunity. So if you sat for a second and you typed the numbers saying, I wish I would have bought Bitcoin at $1. I wish I would have bought a Bitcoin at $100. Well, right now you could buy something for 8 pennies, 8 cents, with around $100 million market cap. So what do you want to do? That's the question. And I'm sorry I'm fired up, but you know what? Sometimes faith comes by hearing, and you didn't hear about Bitcoin and do something about it at a penny. You didn't do it at $100. So here's the question. Are you ready to do something? 2,000 nodes were started last week alone because of Ninja Nation. People like you right now starting this. Let's freaking do this. Let's knock them back into last century, the money changers. Yeah, I get it. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I claim protection in the name of Jesus Christ over this movement. I thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be able to come together around the world of people that believe in you or don't believe in you, but they do believe in one thing that's really, really awesome. And that is, we want to take it back. We want to own our land. We want to own and control the money supply, just like the founding fathers of America said, that money shall be in no form other than gold and silver. See, the founding fathers knew how centralized their world had gotten because of the Bank of England. And let's go back. Let's go do this. We've got this. Yeah, you know what? The algorithms are trying now to just flush out subscribers on this channel. That's why X is treating the Ninja amazing. So to everybody that's moved over to X, and there's a free link down below, you just sign up and follow me there. You can find, and I'm putting way more on there than I am here. But I ain't gonna let that stop me. And I hope it doesn't let you be stopped or you be hindered. It's time to wake up and let's go freaking crush this thing. All right, with that being said, thank you so much for supporting this movement. If it turns out to be nothing, it's a $200 or a $70 or an $80 gamble, right? That's it. That's what it comes out to be. But I'll tell you what, afterwards, after you take this course, your mind will be opened up so much. I've already had other YouTubers reach out and say they bought the course. They couldn't believe that we are only charging that much for it. And they learned so much, and it makes your mind think so much differently than blockchain. So if you don't own any crypto, I'm telling you, this is the course for you. It is going to open your mind, blow your mind, and you are going to start moving differently. All right, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.